Hello today guys, it's Captain Grizz here, and I feel like I need to do a video that covers damage control. Okay, I haven't really said much about it and everything, but there's some cool things that, that I've learned and figured out that may help you guys when you're out sailing on the high seas and you take damage, say from a plane attack, or you take damage from a ship ramming you, or any of those kind of things, or you run into a mine like I did recently. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it and show you some things I found out that may be very beneficial. So anyway, let's get right to the sub. As you can see here in the sub, it's all got these rooms, and I'm just going to show you something right here. You got these little icons here, right? Well, before I go ahead and turn off the lights and show you some stuff, I'm going to go ahead and hit one of these icons. Say for instance this aft room is flooding. Go ahead and click this, boom, you see the door automatically shuts. It will save. It'll allow you to at least limp back home, okay? If your sub is sinking or something, you can go with a flooded compartment, but guess what? You got, your batteries in here, you got your compressors in here, so, hopefully you can get out of this attack or get back home. But these are ways of shutting these bulkheads without crewmen standing there, blocking them and everything, causing you to sink. It kind of isolates an area because you may be fixing a leak on another side of the sub. So there's that. Another thing I want to show you is right here. You have these power junction boxes here, okay? So with these power junction boxes, you can go ahead, and these things run. This one runs like lights and stuff here in the aft part of the sub. This forward one I'd say is the most critical one, and this one is what's going to allow you to fix like probably the power to the bilge and everything, which if you get the power knocked out, you're not going to be able to see anything, and the bilge running when you're taking leaks is extremely important. So anyway, but I will show you what these look like. Now the problem that you have too is sometimes when you get hit and these power junction boxes get knocked out, okay? I'm going to show you something. Let's turn the power off every room. And this is sometimes what it looks like when you take a hit and you can't see anything. Now what you'll notice is I've turned off all the lights. Okay, we'll take beam this one. Turned off all the lights. Everyone's got a flashlight, but no one's using them. You can't see crew, you don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna show you the very most important button when you take a hit, okay, is right up here, all right? You can see it just above my video here, or my screen with me on it, is this button right here is a godsend for when you take a hit. Hit it. It doesn't pause everything, but it slows everything down and allows you to select crew members to do certain things, okay? So you could tell him to go hold a leak, you could tell him to start fixing a leak, you can determine how bad the damage is and everything, and you're able to respond with what you're able to do. So anyway, pause button is by far the most important part when you take damage, all right? But anyways, you notice no one down here has a flashlight, no one's using them, you have no idea where your crew is. What you're gonna do is have to go into first person mode, okay? So let's go into first person mode. Okay. All right. Getting a little difficult here. Okay, let's leave position. Okay. Boom. See, I got a flashlight on. Now what you got here is he's up here in the forward torpedo room. What's funny is the lights get knocked out, none of your sailors are going to turn their flashlights on. So you have to come in here and go with your flashlight, and what you've got here is the junction box. Okay, if your bilge doesn't have power, look at that, power to the conning tower, power to the control room, power to the bow room, power to battery room number 1. All right, control room, let's turn it on. You'll notice now the lights and power are on in the control room. Okay, this is what's going to control all the power to like your bilge, your critical systems here. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is when you're in an instance where power gets knocked out, okay, like so, you're going to have to, you could slow it down, give people orders to take control leaks, things like that, but then you're going to have to take a guy at first person, okay, run over to this power control room and have him start fixing one of these modules right away. Okay? So we're gonna go ahead and start fixing one of these modules, and that way you can get power to your bilge, which is going to basically going to start getting the water out of the sub. Okay, so anyway, that's one instance where it's dark. Let's go ahead and turn all the lights back on. Okay, we got that one on already. Conning tower, let's turn that on. Turn that on. Turn that on. All right. So anyway, this right here is your most critical junction box, I believe, because if you take damage and everything, this is what's got the bilge. Gonna bring power to bilge, which is gonna need to be fixed to get the bilge going. All right. Go to the back sub and we can see where the ones in the back are. Here. Okay. See right here? Look. Power to the galley, power to the engine room, store and torpedo room, battery room number 1. Okay. Just another door. But this is your back power panel access, which is going to allow you to start fixing things in the back or whatever so you can get things going. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and turn the power on. Okay. Look at that. Alright. This is what you're going to have to fix if you got issues back there. So now we're going to come down to the sub. Look. Icons are all red, but everything's back on. Okay. So again, there's certain things you could do when you get damaged. These all back on, just give me a sec. Is basically when you take a hit, slow down time. Assign people positions depending on what they're doing, and they'll react to it. Another thing that I always do is you can see the mechanics I have on board have these air masks. Okay, if a room gets flooded, they're not going to be able to do the repair. So when they have air masks, they could be in a completely flooded room and they can fix things. So go ahead, give these guys air masks. You probably even give the captain one. In this case, I have a medic kit. You know, he has an air mask. In fact, just give everybody one of these. Okay? Everybody should have one of these on them already. Okay? So that way when something happens, they can hold a leak somewhere when the room's flooded, or they can repair the leak. One thing I wish that we could do is, and I don't know why they can't do it, is assign sailors to help them repair. You'll notice when you're damaged, when you're sinking, the other sailors all just crowd up like in a room like what they're doing now, and they just panic and they don't do anything. And it's like, if your ship's sinking, anybody will do something to try and, you know, try and save the boat. Is that, you know, you got to rely on your officers to do everything. So I'm just hoping they kind of fix that in the future. So, all right. So anyway, another thing I've done to try and save the boat. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But what you'll notice is you could turn on both your diesel and electric compressors together. Okay. If your boat's going down, I would say blow the ballast, hit surface. You know, because all that weight of the flooding water is going to take you down. You know, if you can, turn the bilge on, come back here, have these things both turned on to keep the air coming in to raise the boat. Okay, so these are all things you can do to try and save it from sinking. The bilge, I would say, this bilge pump right here is number 1. Okay, you're taking on water, turn this on instantly. Thing is, this thing makes noise. If there are destroyers nearby, well, they're going to hear that, but you know what, you're sinking, you got to do whatever you got to do to save yourself. Turn this on to get water out of the boat. All right, and then the thing is, what overwhelms people is when you get hit is you have like a million damage icons. Focus on the leaks, okay? Take care of the leaks first. You can wait on the other stuff, unless of course those damage icons are here at your power panel, or they're here at the bilge. Okay, if you gotta fix the bilge, the bilge to me is priority number 1. Okay, if you gotta fix the bilge, get somebody on that right away. Get somebody on this power panel right away, and you can have the other crew members even block leaks and slow them down to buy you time to get this stuff up and going. Okay, in this case, if I got hit, one of the mechanics would go right away to fixing a leak, maybe, Or in this case, if my bilge is damaged, I would have a mechanic start working on that. I would have a mechanic start working on the leaks. If in case the power panel's damaged, I would have somebody work on the power panel, make sure the bilge is good, and then have other people blocking leaks to fix the leaks. Okay, so again, just one last time, you take damage, you're going to want to hit this button. Okay? Slow time down. Assign sailors where they need to go, assess the damage, and then from there, determine what you're going to do. Okay? You're going down, you're diving the boat obviously to get out of danger. If the sub is all black, okay, you're going to have to go into first person and probably have somebody go in and have a mechanic go right up to the power panel. Now, these guys, for some reason, they don't turn on their flashlights. You have no idea where things are, and it can be very frustrating because you're like trying to make repairs, but I can't see anything. So anyway, you can go in first person, have them run to one of these power panels. Okay, now again, the power panels here in the back are not tied into your bilge. Okay, this one right here is the one that's tied into your bilge. So if power goes out in the control room, these rooms here, okay, that's an indication that your forward power panel junction box has been damaged. All right. Okay, the rear box are these quarters here. Okay. All right, so the rear box here indicates that your rear power junction box has been hit. Again, problem with this one is if you're going down and say you're low on air, you didn't refill your air to blow the ballast, well, that's tied into your compressors. Okay, so that might be important if you got low air and you realize you're going down, that you might need to run back and fix this power panel, okay, to get these working. All right, so again, this is something to consider, but again, you could buy all the time in the world when you just pause time here and you slow it down so you can come up with a game plan to try and save your boat. Anyway, this is Captain Grizz here. I just thought I'd go over some of the damage control stuff that makes things that I've learned, that I've done, that makes things easier trying to save the boat, because for me, part of the game is taking damage and saving the ship. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you like my content, and I'll be putting out more U-boat videos here soon.
Oh, blow the man down, bullies, blow the man down. Give me way.